Hello, collective. This is Han for Artemis Oracle. Doing your reading today. Let's see what the collective needs to know for the highest and greatest good. I put subscriber mode on for this. So I can just do a regular reading. So, happy Wednesday to some of you. Happy Thursday to others of you. I hope everybody's had a good day or is having a good day. So I'm going to do a general reading for the collective, and then I'll answer yes or no questions. I didn't really bring that many oracle cards again, but I wanted to bring love cards, but I forgot. So let's just see what the current energy is for the collective. Let me see something here. Let's see. Okay. I wanted to put music on. See what music. Look at. We'll say one must close this accordingly to not this time. I'm just like really annoyed right now. Let's see. Well, I need all those apps, so I can't have any music on. So let's see what the collective needs to know. What messages does the collective need to know at this time? What messages does the collective need to know at this time? So I'm gonna put this phone, close this app. I really like having music on. It just really sets the tone for me. But for some reason, my music player is just not allowing me to at this time. So, all right, I hope everybody's doing well. Hi, Lion Sky. Hope you're doing well. So, we'll know what the collective messages for today. That card just fell out. Ooh. I'm good, thank you. I'm doing okay. All right, so we have the card A Leg Up. Did I bring the book? Yes, I did. It shows polar bears. And then we have To Be Fair. It's about balance, justice, fairness, discernment, wisdom, exchanging gifts. One of the best gifts that we can ever exchange with someone, especially if you're both at the same level and are wanting the same thing, is energy. So I'm going to read the book 34. Okay. Receiving help, delegating authority, and interdependence. The Oracle's message. You've come to a point where you're going it alone and is going alone. Basically, doing something on your own is not optimal. You know, life has a way of presenting you with with perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during the next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. So this is about working together, allowing yourself to receive the support that you need, and also being a source of support with other people, and also being collaborative, working together, especially if there's a common goal or theme that may be going on. I mean, like, if you consider everything that's going on in the US, there's a lot of people just like rallying against certain administrations that are not for the people, they're for themselves. Okay, now to be fair, balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. It's funny because the exchanging gifts card came out. Mutual benefit. Life offers experiences that are challenging, experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you're not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. So cause and effect, you know, we have to go through the ebbs and flows of life, but while we're going through those ebbs and flows, we have to maintain some sort of equilibrium. We have to be balanced, you know. Like it says, oscillating back and forth. There may be times where we may be low, and there may be times when we're high, right? But everything has a cause and effect. There's reasons why we go through difficult situations, but there are also the reasons why we overcome them. You know, you can't overcome something that isn't challenging, right? Now, exchanging gifts. The thing that really stands out to me, though, is you reap what you sow. You get what you put out, right? And it's funny, I was just having a conversation with somebody about wanting to get somebody something. And I was talking about you can't have that perception that the purpose you're doing something good is for karma. You know, you have to do something because it feels like it's the right thing for you to do, or because you want to do it, right? Not because you're anticipating some sort of payback that's in your favor, like positive karma in your favor because you chose to do something nice. You know, it's automatic, but if you have the intention of doing something, like giving someone a gift, because exchanging gifts came out, which is very funny about the conversation I just had. You can't give something and expect something in return. You know what I mean? So this is about, if you're going to give freely, you know, give the support that anyone may need freely, but don't expect anything in return. You know, if you're expecting karma to turn out in your favor, then because you did something good, then did you really do something good, or were you doing something just to gain some sort of benefit? This is something that we have to all think about. You know, do we do things because we're expecting something in return, regardless of its karma, good karma, positive karma? Is it because we're expecting something in return, or because we're doing it because it's the right thing to do? It feels right to do. You know what I mean? That was the person's explanation. It wasn't about karma, but they did bring up karma. So I had to explain something to them about karma, you know. Now, exchanging gifts. The law of giving and receiving, currency trade-offs, weighing costs, and determining value. Hi there. The Oracle's message. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. You must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, and doing and being. Remember doing and being, to be fair. This is not a time just to do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. You know, look at that. So giving and receiving, know that whatever you give, it has value, but also see the value in what you're receiving in return. It's interesting that these cards play into each other, a leg up, giving someone support, going with the flow, allowing there to be balance, and following the law of give and take, give and receiving, cause and effect, right? There's I want to know what this is really about. And just if I sound weird, it's because I'm still recovering and I hear myself talking and I don't like the way I sound. So I kind of I slow down because I just don't like my voice this way. This is not my voice. I sound like someone else, not like me. I sound like a smoker. I want to clarify what a leg up is. Hi, Sophie. I'm not answering questions yet. I want to do the general reading first before I answer any yes or no questions. And I brought a specific, did I bring that deck? Please. I brought the specific deck for yes or no questions. So it's no more reversals or anything like that. The cards themselves have yes or no answers on them. So, all right. So let me clarify each card. I like up. Number 34 may be significant. Number 7, because 34 reduces down to 7. Okay. Being a source of support and allowing yourself to be supported. It's this is oh, Lordy Jesus. Okay, 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups. It's someone who is sitting in either grief, disappointment. It's like they're waiting for something. Six of Discovery. No, King of Pentacles. Okay, so someone, all right. There may be a King of Pentacles or Earth sign energy, or it could just be someone. Because I got the Lovers here. But this is not romantic at all. I don't get love vibes from this. Okay. The 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is typically someone who has lost a taste for something, Someone who has no longer looking for a good time. They're like whatever good time they were having is no longer fun. And they're waiting or just sulking in whatever they have experienced, not seeing an opportunity that may be coming up, that may be to their benefit, right? Because the King of Pentacles comes out, and the King of Pentacles is someone who's grounded, stable, secure, but very abundant, who is a business person, right? Could be a person that's bringing some sort of opportunity to someone, maybe being a source of support to someone. But it's like I don't know if this is the person that's feeling like they have to make a choice about something with the Lovers card. Because the lovers, though, we typically hear the lovers is about love, but I'm not getting love here. This doesn't sound like love. This doesn't seem like love to me. I'm not feeling loving stuff. I feel like it's just someone who's just trying to do something good, something kind, give something to someone, offer somebody something, offer support, guidance. If you look at the way the scarecrow is behind Dorothy, and he's like, he looks like he's whispering in her ear. I know Dorothy is going through a journey, right? She's trying to find her way back home. The scarecrow, along with the cowardly lion and the tin man, right? They become part of her entourage. And it's like they go along with her on this journey, right? And from the way this card is looking, it's like he's guiding her. He's like telling her where to go, telling her information, giving her information, something. And she looks pensive, like she's reflecting on what's being told, what information she's receiving. If you look at the card, and she's like having to make a choice, having to decide something, because it is the Lover's card, right? So she's given something to think about, something to consider. But I'm not really sure how. I feel like I have to clarify that. All right. I want to know what the Four of Cups is. Because, cups is emotions. It's love. It's sadness. It's all the emotions that we can experience as a human. But I want to know, what is the Four of Cups here? Eight of Pentacles. So it has to do with work. This definitely has to do with work. Some sort of work situation. Somewhere where someone has to put a lot of effort, focus, dedication. The Four of Cups. And what is the Lovers? That card just fell out. What is the Lovers? The Chariot. It's like how to move forward. What directions should somebody take? How should they move forward? I know a card. I saw a card. It was this one. I don't want to look at all of them, but this one stood out. The Two of Wands. Which path to take? Someone has to make a choice about which path to take. Look at the Judgment card came out with the Ten of Swords. It's either close something out, having to make the final decision, and putting the final nail in the coffin, closing something out. You see, this is like a house that's been shuttered, closing something out and choosing a path that's new, different, maybe unfamiliar. But Chariot. I have a lot of major arcana. I have the Lovers. That's Gemini. Judgment is Scorpio. And the Chariot is Cancer. Cancerian sign. And the King of Pentacles is any earth sign energy, any earthy energy. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. It could just be someone who is very grounded and stable, secure, reliable. But there has to be, someone is given information and deciding which path they have to take. Are they going to close something out? Something that has been painful, that has been disappointing, has been mentally and possibly even emotionally draining, and, making that decision. It's like the final decision, closing out a cycle. It's definitely closing out a cycle because the Judgment card is the second to last card of the major arcana. After that is the World. That's the completion of a cycle. So someone is getting close to completing some sort of cycle, but it has to do with work. I want to go back to, I want to know. I want to know what the Two of Wands is. What is the Two of Wands? What is the Two of Wands? Let me see. What is the Two of Wands? What is the Two of Wands? This is the Emperor. Wow. Okay. All right, I have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the type of energy who is very fun, excited, who goes, just imagine a dog that's being thrown, like playing fetch, let's put it that way. A dog playing fetch. And that's the Knight of Wands, essentially. He's chasing after that, like you throw it and you throw it, come back, and it's like the back and forth, I'm trying to give you the visual of the Knight of Wands. Someone is like going back and forth about some sort of path, some sort of decision that they have to make. It's like, but the Knight of Wands is somebody who pursues things that they're very passionate about, so someone, all right, if you look at it this way, the King of Pentacles is someone earthy, stable, secure. It could be somebody who's maybe trying to decide if should they take the route where it's stability, security, or should they go after something that maybe more risky, where they have more to lose than they do to gain, and it's because you don't know what's on the other side. Think about this. The King of Pentacles is like the guy who works till he retires. He works for his pension. He puts in the time, he puts in the effort, he does his whatever amount of years he needs to do in order to get his retirement, his pension, right? But the Knight of Wands is someone who doesn't really think about that. They're just thinking about like, what's the next shiny thing? But if it's not, it sounds very scattered brain, but someone who's always looking for inspiration, always looking to live life to their fullest, but not because they're, how someone can work, and they're only thinking about the end goal, which is retirement, but then they never get a chance to really enjoy life, So now I'm thinking though, is this a King of Wands? Is this King of Pentacles, who's constantly focusing on work, focusing on stability, and needs to bring more fun into their life? Maybe strategizing in what ways they can ensure that they're doing what they need to do. They're fulfilling their responsibilities, they're fulfilling their duties, but they're also making sure they're having time to play, It's like that. It's like this is the work hard, and this is more like the play harder card, if you really think about it, because the Knight is not as mature as the King, because the King has reached a level of establishment. When the Knight of Wands, he has yet to reach that. That's something that has yet to be attained. So it could be two separate energies. So maybe somebody has to choose between two energies, choose between a stable energy or someone where it's lighthearted and fun. If we're thinking about it in a love aspect, right? Right now, I'm not answering questions. When I open the floor up for questions, that's when you can put your questions in the chat. Right now, I'm only doing the general reading. So when I say you can put your questions in the chat, that's when you enter it, because I'm not going to scroll up and look for them. So it's the ones I see at the bottom around the time. Those are the ones I will answer when it's time for me to answer the questions. Okay. I wasn't ready for that, but the Ace of Wands just flipped out. Yeah, someone has lost some sort of, they need inspiration. Maybe they're not having enough fun. They're not inspired in whatever they're doing. Maybe they're trying to make the best of the situation, trying to make it more fun and lighthearted. Thank you, Sophie. I really appreciate you. So it's like this person is it just needs some sort of spark, something to ignite inspiration, excitement, fun, or remind them Because remember, we saw the 10 of swords. It's like maybe this person has like working so much, focused so much on finances, focused so much on the serious things. And it has reached a level of mental, well, I want to say fragility, but that's not what I mean. It's more like exhaustion. Like someone's mentally exhausted and they need more fun in their life, right? So someone has to make a decision about like what path to take, right? Is it going to be the path where they have more fun, or they continue on the path of stability and security and focusing and just working and trying to reach levels? And look at this, it's so funny. The Witch and the Page of Cups fell out. I feel like this is one person. I feel like this person, the King of Pentacles, the reason why I'm saying that, I feel like there's going to be a feminine energy because now we got a feminine in the card. You know, we had the Lovers, but you see there's a masculine. The Scarecrow's a masculine if you want to think about it like that. And then she's a feminine. But look, it's like some sort of inspiration comes in the form of a feminine energy, right? And I was about to start clarifying the To Be Fair card. I feel like there's a feminine energy that's going to be the person that's giving someone a leg up, being the support. You know, she's the person, the witch, which is someone. It's like the Empress and the High Priestess put together, you know, and she's going to be the source of inspiration to this King of Pentacles. This hardworking, dedicated, reliable, possibly even a workaholic energy that's just very much focused on finances, possibly even distracting themselves from past issues that they've had, a lot of disappointments, and where I feel like work is a distraction. Because when I clarified the Four of Cups, I got the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's distracting themselves with work. But I feel like there's going to be a feminine energy who's going to come in, and she's going to come in with her emotions. Very loving, caring, because you have the Page of Cups here. This is where the Four of Cups comes in, right? Because the Page of Cups comes in with the cup. But this person, Three of Cups, lost a taste for wine, lost a taste for good times, you know, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, you know, that type of energy. But then they're going to be so distracted that they don't see this person coming in. This Empress / High Priestess energy coming in. And she's going to be the source of inspiration and support for this person. You know, she's going to come in with her cup, her emotions, her love. It's very innocent. And I think it's more so, I want to say, the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like that's not her intention. I think it's just who she is. I think that's just who she is. She's just someone who I don't know. Like, what I wanted to say is like, I feel like she could see something in this person, see that this person possibly has a face, you know, possibly had a lot of challenges in her life, you know, and then she comes in, you know, I don't know, maybe she lights up a room, you know, you see the way that wand is lit up. Maybe her coming into contact with this King of Pentacles is what kind of like brings them back to life, you know. And it's funny because if you think about I don't know, all witches have wands, but some do. I think of like a fairy godmother right now. So she's kind of like a fairy godmother coming in and offering support, but offering not only like emotional support, definitely emotional support, but it's like very innocent. It's a safe place where this person can feel like they can be vulnerable with her. Because if you look at this page, doesn't he look so innocent and kind of like Gollum? And but like there's like a vulnerability, there's like a childlike quality, and I don't know if this person is inspiring this person to go back to inspiring the King of Pentacles. So I don't know if the witch is inspiring the King of Pentacles to like go back to like things of their childhood, like nostalgia, reminding them of who they are. You know, they're not only a person that needs to work and pay bills and make money and earn a pension, but they're also a person that needs to enjoy their life, do things that make them happy, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, but this person's like trying to decide, you know, when it comes to the path. Because it's like you have these two responsibilities. Sometimes the person's like, might be this path where they have to decide, like, should I just stay like this and just focus on my stability and my fun? I mean, or should I have fun with life? You know, that could be a choice this person has to make. But I feel like the witch, Dorothy Gale, this is Dorothy in the card. She's the one that's inspiring this in this person. She's the source of support for him. And I say him because it's the King of Pentacles. It doesn't have to be, it could be a feminine who's in the King of Pentacles energy, or just someone who's very focused on finances, the security and stability, right? But the witch is not, this is a card that is not part of a traditional tarot. You know, this specific deck, it created extra cards, extra tarot cards, and this is one addition to it because it's number 25. Number 25. Tarot ends at 21, you know, and that's the world card. I feel like this is what I'm getting because I see the exchanging gifts card, and the to be fair is about the law of cause and effect. You get what you receive, right? You reap what you sow, right? What I want to say is whoever this witch is, and I mean that in the positive sense because that's the card, the witch, they're a source of support to each other. I think this interaction, this dynamic is going to be an exchange where she's not only being a support to him, but he's also going to be a support to her. Because if you think about the Empress and the High Priestess, they're solo, right? The Empress is married to the Emperor, right? She's special. She's unique. She's abundant, creative, loving, nurturing. She's all the queens, right? But a queen needs a king, right? Right? And I feel like this person is going to be a source of support to her. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because of the exchanging gifts. She's exchanging her energy, her love, and inspiration with him, the King of Pentacles. And what he's providing her is the groundedness, the stability, the support, you know, that she probably doesn't have. If you think about Dorothy, when she goes to the Wizard of Oz. She goes to Oz, right? She's lost. And she needs she needs help. This King of Pentacles, he's the one that's going to help Dorothy. Whoever Dorothy is. Somebody's name could be Dorothy. It doesn't have to be, though. Somebody's name could start with the letter D or G or K, B, P, C. Let me see what else I see. T, F, W, and E. So I said some letters. Those may resonate with you. So the exchanging gifts. I want to know what about the exchanging gifts because I feel like this is two people exchanging with each other. Hi, Manu, how are you? Hi, good luck. How are you? Hi, Suvra. Got a bunch of cards fell, but I'm going to pick up the one that fell face up. These were face up. I'm not going to look at these because I don't want to. So we have the messenger, there's some sort of communication coming in with the four of the 6 of Wands. This is good news. You see Dorothy? Look at the letters D and T came out. Dorothy's trying to D and T. And then the messenger. Some sort of message communication coming in. It does say exchanging gifts. Somebody's exchanging gifts to somebody, right? Wow, these cards fell out. I have the Queen of Cups, which is water sign energy. Scorpio, Pisces, in Cancer. Oh, somebody was feeling left out in the cold. And then strength with the Leo card. Leo, strength. So somebody may have Leo in their chart. I did mention signs earlier. I mentioned earth sign energy, any of the earth signs, Scorpio, Gemini, Cancer, now all the water signs. And then we have Leo coming out. You know, I was talking about the witch, right? I feel like whatever this dynamic is, it's going to be something that is going to be beneficial to both of them, because I feel like the success is for both of them. This is the 6 of Wands. You see a horse there. Sagittarius is the horse, is the, what do you call them? The centaur, right? It's a horse, but this would fall under Leo energy. So someone may have Sagittarius or Leo in their chart, because the 6 of Wands will fall under Leo. But and we have Leo here with the, so I feel like with this dynamic, it's like the emotions that both people may be pouring into each other, because if to be a stable, secure, and solid person to another person, you have to be aware that that's what this person needs. You have to be able to discern or be listening if you're having those types of conversations. So I feel like the King of Pentacles and the Witch forge a bond with each other. And it's an emotional bond. And I feel like it's a very innocent bond, very innocent, pure love, pure emotion. And I think both energies may have been feeling like they were left out, like they didn't have, a place. Because if you think of the 5 of Pentacles, this is someone who feels left out in the cold. You know, someone who may, and we also have the 4 of Cups too. This is an energy of like isolation, you know, being alone, soaking in your emotions, soaking, maybe feeling unvalued and unappreciated or underappreciated, left out of place. But I feel like these two people, the Witch and the Pentacle, I wasn't even thinking this was, for all I know, these two people meet at work, right? Because we saw the 8 of Pentacles, and I was talking about work, and the person distracted with work. And then the all of a sudden, the Witch comes out with the Ace of Wands. She's the source of inspiration to someone. And then she comes, she's with her heart. Look at this. Like when you look at this, all right, I know Gollum, he's a little creepy, but this kid looks like if Gollum was human, you know, and was a good kid, you know. He wasn't going crazy with the ring, you know. Right, this is so pure and innocent. And look at his eyes, the way the water is just like a lot of emotion that this child is emoting. And I feel like these two people are doing something to each other's inner child, you know? It's like, I see you and you see me. I value you and you value me. I value you for your strength, your courage, you know? your masculinity, and I value you for your femininity, your emotions, your love, your care, your concern. So I feel like these two energies, because, also, just so you know, water and earth signs are feminine energy, and fire and air signs are masculine energy. And you see, we have a feminine here, feminine energy. Regardless if you're a man, we all have feminine and masculine energy, you know? But then I feel like it's like these two people weren't seen, didn't feel valued, but they do see and value each other. I feel like they're a source of inspiration to each other. And I feel like this connection is one that is bringing some sort of success for them, you know? And whatever success may be to them, it could be like they're maybe, like, say, if they're soulmates and they were meant to help each other, like overcome some sort of challenge in life, they're like both graduating. And I'm thinking about graduation now. They're both like graduating. They're graduating. They're leveling up in some way. Remember I mentioned the Empress? This is Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is considered the minor arcana Empress, you know? So this is someone who sees their worth. This is someone who sees their value. They know what they deserve. Regardless if it's a young woman on the card. It could be masculine or feminine. These people are seeing their value because it's being mirrored back to them. They're mirroring each other to each other. And this card is, I feel like this is the king and the witch together. I know it doesn't look like, he doesn't look like the king on the King of Pentacles, but there's a masculine and a feminine energy here. And Dorothy is the witch. And Dorothy is showing up here in both cards. So I feel like they're both a source of support to each other. But I want to know. And when I go back to the Two of Wands, and I was asking, what is the Two of Wands? And then the Knight of Wands came out with the Judgment card. I feel like this is someone who's asking themselves, should they have a path to choose, right? Should they continue on the path that they've already been on, where they've been very much focused on work and stability, distracting themselves from any emotional disappointment, like relationship disappointment, that they may have experienced in the past? Because it's the Three of Cups. Disappointing friendships, disappointing social interactions, disappointing, it could even be past relationships, right? Where this person's here with the Four of Cups, right? You know, because there's something coming in. And the Four of Cups is usually somebody moping about the past, but not seeing something new coming in. You know, not knowing something new is coming in, right? And remember the House, it's like no longer feeling out of place, you know? No longer feeling isolated, no longer feeling orphaned, no longer feeling unwanted and unseen. You know, this house is abandoned. No longer abandoning yourself. It's like returning home to oneself, rebuilding oneself after abandoning and neglecting. Because it does look like neglect. I think someone's being reminded that they have value and that they should care about themselves. They should they should know that they're worthy, you know, that they don't have to prove their worth with their hard work. Because you see, the King of Pentacles, he has all those jewels all over him. And it's like, hey, look at me. I have this, I have that. Just because you have this or that doesn't mean you're valuable or worthy to other people just because of those things. Your value and worth has to come from within you, you know? And then other people have to decide if they see that value in you or not. The people that don't see that value in you, those are not your people. The people that see value in you and appreciate you, Those are your people, you know? And I think that's what it is. This realization that this person is having from the, I think I spit. This is a realization that the King of Pentacles may have gotten from the witch. And it's the same thing with her too, you know, and this is probably what brought them together. I wasn't even thinking this is love, you know. I mean, this could be so many, it doesn't have to be romantic, you know. I don't think it is romantic either. It could just be two people who find their way to each other and remind each other who they really are and the value that they each respectively have, and being able to graduate from being left out in the cold to feeling like a winner, like they're worthy, that they're successful, that they're being seen and recognized, because that's what's going on in the Six of Wands. These two people, I mean, like, it's not people, it's Dorothy and her horse. That I think there could be a Sagittarius, even though this is a Leo card, but Sagittarius is a fire sign as well, and the Centaur. So that might resonate with somebody. Oh, so my cards flipped. But I feel like that's it. That's what this reading is. It's basically like these two people coming together, exchanging gifts with each other, but then it's like they were supposed to meet. This was meant to be, you know. I don't really know what kind of connection this is. If this is just them being a source of support for each other, or is it something that's going to develop into a love relationship, a serious relationship, or is this just two people who needed to be reminded that they're valuable and that they're worthy? I'm thinking about a song with You Remind Me, and it's not it's not that R&B song. It's not that song. I don't know what song it is. Okay, so I'm gonna close out that reading and I'm gonna start answering questions. So if you have a question, please put it in the chat right now. I'm ready to answer yes or no questions. I like seeing my cards reversed. Okay, let me see. Hi, Shantae, how are you? Hi, Hera. Hi, Romina, how are you? Yes, this is the general reading. I just finished it right now. I went on for a long time. I was a little slow. My CPU is a little behind. So if anybody has a yes or no question, you can put it in the chat. If you're new here, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I am Artemis Oracle. I hope you're all doing well. If you're a subscriber, you can ask a yes or no question. I have a specific deck that I have that has the answers already on them. So depending on your question and what card comes out with answering your question, then I will either provide just a yes or no. And if I feel inclined based on the type of card that came out, I will provide a clarification. But that might not be for everybody. Wow, Romina. I don't know if you, I know. Well, good luck. I hope everything works out. But are you willing to wait that long for? That's a long time to wait. You know, is it an opportunity worth waiting for? I mean, like, and I don't mean wait like you're sitting and waiting, because some people think that it's like sitting and waiting. Like, okay, December, okay, I guess I'm gonna be unemployed until December. You know, some people think like that. Hi, Marcia. How are you? I'm doing good, thank you. How are you, Marcia? Good. Does anybody have a yes or no question? I was here yesterday. Where? Did you? I thought I saw you on Monday. Did I see you on Monday's chat? Live stream? I've been here. Does anybody have a yes or no question? Oh, happy belated birthday, Marcia. Yes, I was on Monday and I was on yesterday. Yesterday I went on twice. I don't go on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday is my days off. Okay, I don't see any questions. Change this. Okay. Okay. Hi, Sophie. Do you have a question? Okay. So it has to be a yes or no question. Okay. I showed you the cards. Okay. Oh, you want to move to another city? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to answer Marcia's question first, and then I'll answer yours, Sophie, okay? Okay. 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 Is it possible for Marcia to move to another city? Is it possible for Marcia to move to another city? Is it possible for Marcia to move to another city? Is it possible for Marcia to move to another city? You have the Four of Cups, Marcia. I think you say, because I don't know everybody's personal circumstances, especially when it comes to finances, if they have certain things that kind of keep them stuck somewhere where they can't move. But it's saying that the answer is maybe unknown. It doesn't want to answer. And the reason why, and it's because you get to decide if you want to leave your city, you know? Like from when you started joining the live streams, I remember you wanted to come back to New York and, but you know, New York is in America and you know how America is with immigration right now. So, but the thing is like moving to another city is different, or moving to another country. Like New York, you already know what's going on. So it's ultimately up to you because anything is possible. It's just Do you want to move? Okay. Then you have to think about how you have to start planning. So it's ultimately up to you whether or not you want to move, because the card could say yes, and then you may not take any actions to make it happen. So ultimately it's up to you. So if you want to move, then you'll start taking the steps that you need to take to prepare yourself. But like I said, I don't know everybody's personal stories. I don't know what keeps them tied to a certain place. Like me, I've been in New York my entire life. And I've traveled to other places. But New York is home to me. It's where I've been my entire life. And if I want to decide to leave and stuff, then I have my family here. My family lives here in New York. So that's what kind of, not really. That doesn't keep me here. I don't feel like I have anything tying me here to New York, other than my desire to be in New York. This is my home, So it's ultimately like you need to take action. It's ultimately up to you, Marcia. But I hope things get better. I know, like, if you're not happy where you are, then it's a matter of you trying to make the best of the situation, and until you can get out of the situation. Like whatever's making you sad, you have to find different ways to make sure you're staying happy. Or you just try to find something. Okay. So now let me answer Sophie's question. Okay, Sophie is Felix looking for a stable relationship with Sophie? Is Felix looking for... That card doesn't want to go in. It doesn't want to go in, but I feel like it just got stuck. But I'm going to get another card. I'll show you both, though. Let's want to stable relationship with Sophie. Let's want to stable relationship with Sophie. The first card that came out that was stuck, even though I wasn't really ready for it, it says yes. But I feel like, I don't know what's going on with Felix, or this could be your energy. There's something that needs to be closed out because the Judgment card is here. There's something that needs to be closed out. Some sort of decision needs to be made. I don't know if he's in this place where he's like more to himself. He's a hermit, like he stays to himself. He hasn't really been... I don't know if he's someone who hasn't really been socially active, meaning going out with friends, going out with you. I know you say you've been talking, but I don't know if he's going through like some sort of phase in his life where he needs to transition out of it. But it's saying yes, but it's like something, he needs to work out something on his own. Or this could be your energy where you need to work out something before a relationship can be established between you and Felix. Because it might be very slow. I want to say slow burn, but it's just going to be slow. It could be a slow burn, but I feel like it might be moving slow because I don't know if there's some sort of issues or that he needs to work out, that he may be trying to figure out on his own when it comes to finances. Or maybe he's very low on energy. I don't know. But this is what the cards are showing me. But it's saying yes. But it's just, I feel like there's something that needs to be worked out on his end. Oh, he's a Virgo. Okay, so that's good. But I feel like if it might be a slow build, Because the Knight of Pentacles is someone who takes time. He's not like the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Cups, you know. The Knight of Cups, I'm not saying he's rushing around, but you know, like the swords and the wands, they're very action oriented, you know. Whereas the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, they're more like they're giving energy, you know, like they're giving something of worth, something of value, but they focus on things that are worth and value. And the Cups is more like idealistic and romantic and dreamy, but it's still night energy. So I feel like that it could be something that happens between you and him, but it's something that's going to take some time for it to. Yeah, that could. Oh, yeah. You're welcome, Sophie. I hope that helps. Oh, okay. He admitted that to you? You're welcome, Marcia. But when you're depressed, you have to, I don't like telling people what to do. Because that's not my place to tell people what to do. Because we're all adults here, right? We make our own choices. Make sure to take time for yourself, Marcia. If you're going through depression, you know, try to do things that make you feel better, you know? Okay, so what's your question, Sophie? Okay, okay. Thank you, Fates. I was waiting for you to say hi. Okay, well, let me answer Sophie's question and I'll get to you. But, okay, what's your question? Because I have somebody in line waiting. Okay, let me answer Fate's question. Okay, Fate. I see you got two cards come up. I don't know if somebody's blocked. Are you blocked or she blocked you? Did you block her or she blocked you? It's saying yes, but it's just someone has to get unblocked. Communication can happen. She may contact you, but it might be if she blocked you, she may reach out to you, or she may create the opportunity for you to reach out to her when she unblocks you. I don't know if that resonates with you because I see the set. Someone has their defenses up, someone is blocking. So, but it's saying yes. But there may be some sort of interference in the relationship. You know, something blocking the relationship, blocking progress, blocking any forward movement. So it's saying yes, but it's like whatever the blockage is, that needs to be removed in order for there to be communication, in order for there to be forward movement. Okay, Fate, I hope that helps. I saw the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is about waiting, so. Hi, Carolyn, how are you? I hope you have a great day too. You're welcome, Fate. Hi, Dana. How are you? Sophie, what's your question? You didn't really give a question. You give me background, but no question. Some people may not like to hear people drinking water. You're really gonna, you just said that you can tell that you are all, is it your ex? Okay, I'm like, I read that so wrong, sorry. Thank you, Sophie. I didn't read it. I'm sorry, I didn't read it right. Under Armour. It's an Under Armour shirt. But this is an old shirt. I bought this years ago. Okay, is Sophie's Taurus stalking her again? Is Sophie's ex Taurus stalking her again? Yeah, it's a good shirt. Let's see. Is Sophie's ex stalking her again? Is Sophie's ex stalking her again? You have a yes. It is funny. It's an earth sign card, but yeah, it's saying yes. I thought you were saying that you could tell that it's your Taurus ex stalking you. I'm like, but why are you asking if you already could tell? Oh my gosh, Razia. No, I'm gonna say no. I don't need a card, Razia, because you're asking. You're still asking about him. That means you're not detached. And if you keep asking about him, you're gonna still be attached. You know? So no. As long as you keep wasting your questions on him, you will never detach from him. Teresa. Razia, be obsessed with yourself, not with him. This is a time, Razia, to be narcissistic, you know? There's another person that keeps asking about the same person too. Oh my gosh. You know, no, let me shut up. Let me shut up because I'm gonna be like, they were like, she's so mean. Let me preface this statement by saying I was Scorpio. Yes, Teresa. I wish I should pin your comment, Teresa. Razia, we're all tired of him. We want you to be tired of him too. No more questions, Sophie. You already got two. Yes, move on, Razia. And I say this with love because the thing is, I understand what it's like to be like that because that is me. I'm like that too. And I gotta cut the well, I was like that, you know? Oh my gosh. I understand what it's like, you know, when you're like, oh, when you feel so attached to somebody. But the thing is like, if they're not like showing you any interest or it's that's when your detachment needs to begin, you know? Because right now it's like when there's nobody else there that you could say, well, you're hurting me. You're doing things that are hurting me. And that person's no longer there. That is more like I am doing things that is hurting me, you know? Yes, Dana, you can ask a question. But it has to be a yes or no question. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Is Dana's sister okay? Is Dana's Capricorn 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 sister okay? The first card I got was this, the Four of Swords. And it says baby unknown. So I don't know if your sister hasn't really been in contact, like if she's isolated herself or she's taking time to herself, hasn't been responding to messages, responding to calls, answering calls or anything. It's saying that it's unknown. But I feel like she might be in need of support with the Three of Pentacles coming out. And it says yes. I feel like your sister, if she's going through something, she's not really telling you. I think the fact that you're asking about her is indicating that you have concern for her. But I feel like your sister might be in need of support. And right now, if she's a Capricorn, well, I don't want to be making judgments about signs. But I don't know if she's going through some financial issues or she just needs some support, some grounding support to know that she has people that care about her or are there for her that will, you know, provide her whatever stability she needs and whatever stability means for her or whatever you can provide. But it's looking like it's like right now it's unknown. And I think it's probably because she has like kind of checked out. So what I ultimately, when I saw this, is like you have to go check on your sister, is what I'm getting. You know, if you worry about her, if you're concerned about her, if she hasn't really been in contact with you, or anybody else in your family, then you need to go see her, go check on her. Okay, I hope that helps, Dana. You're welcome, Dana. I hope your sister is well. And I hope it's just, she just needs support. And I hope it isn't anything detrimental to her. Hi, Harry, you can ask a question. What's your sister's name, if you don't mind saying? You could put her letter, just her letter. Okay. I just prayed for your sister, Dana. Okay. Got a little lightheaded, so I don't know if she has anything going on with her head area, but I hope she's okay. Okay, let's answer Hera's question. You're welcome, Dana. Okay. So, will Hera be able to complete and revise her study materials? Oh my gosh, these cards you keep getting a no. Two cards came up with answer no. I'm like, let's see. Oh Lordy. Okay. Okay, will Hera be able to complete her revising? It's just like wait, nah. Let's just see. I want to, because two cards came out. To me, those don't really count because it's just like they kept coming out. But I feel like don't waste time though. Okay. Let's see. For Hera. Be able to leave it and revise your study materials. If you're doing something that's distracting you, then that's going to be the reason why. Yeah, it's saying no. Whatever you're doing, you got to stop, okay? I don't know what you're doing. Okay? I don't know what you're doing. You need to focus. There's something you're distracted. The Devil card is like anxieties, it's stress, it's fears, it's insecurities. But it could be something that you're doing that's interfering. Something that could be you're distracting yourself. So you need to get back on track. You need to stay focused. You have to be focused. Because this is the Capricorn card. It says oppression, addiction, obsession, excess, dependency, powerlessness, and limitations. So you have to be aware of what can be stopping you from, Okay, Shantae, welcome back. Oh no, I didn't see your question. I didn't see your question, Shantae. You could post it in the chat, please. So yeah, you have to be careful because once you get out of this, whatever this is, then and it says here truth, and I'm like, I know I'm telling the truth because as soon as I saw the sun, I was like, yeah, I know I'm telling the truth. There's something that you're doing that's interfering, so you need to focus. You need to focus. Stop allowing yourself to get distracted by things that are not helpful to you. Okay, Hera? Okay. Yeah. Okay, the Queen of Truth. Are you gonna repost your question, Shantae? Because I didn't see it. Okay. The Queen of Truth, be happy going back to work. You're welcome. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Ethel. Okay. Let me answer Queen of Truth's question and then will Queen of Truth be happy going back to work? Will Queen of Truth be happy at her workplace? Will Queen of Truth be happy going back to work? Will Queen of Truth be happy, be able to be happy at her job? Will Queen of Truth be able to be happy at her workplace? Will Queen of Truth be able to be working happy at her workplace? Will Queen of Truth be happy at her workplace? You got a yes. But I feel like if there's something that's really been making your workplace unhappy for you, you're gonna have to learn how to block it out, you know? Like protect your energy, create boundaries for yourself, create boundaries for people who may be overstepping or crossing your boundaries, you know? Queen of Truth. You heard, and that was a Libra card for you right there. I hope that helps. All right, let's see. You're welcome, Hera. Okay. Oh no, but it's not safe for a woman to be out in the streets. It's not safe. Okay. No, it's okay, Shantae, it's okay. I wasn't sure if you heard me because I know there's a bit of a delay when I speak. Sometimes if you watch the replay of the live stream, I'm saying the intro, or I'm like, hello everyone, and hope everybody's having, and then you hear me, good day. Like it gets cut off like the first 3 seconds I'm talking. So I have to like pause and wait for the 3 seconds to pass before I speak because there's a delay for some reason. Okay, Ethel. Well, I think let's get this she applied to. Okay, let me see. Oh my gosh, these cards. Well, I think it's this she applied to. Well, I think it's that she applied to. It's like the cards don't want to answer. I don't want to. I want a card to come out. Well, I think I'd be able to get into the place she applied to. Finally, a card came out. You have a yes, Ethel, which is like a very relieving. But I feel like right now, this is like I was telling somebody that this is like the card that reminds me of support. I feel like just make sure that you're getting the support that you need while you're waiting. It's saying yes, but still, the idea of someone being out in the streets is not. It's for especially as a woman, is not the safest place to be. But I can understand why you don't want to be in a shelter. You know. So it's saying a yes, but just make sure that you're getting the resources and support that you need at this time. No. Yeah, you're going to be getting the resources and support that you need. It's just, yes. Oh, yeah. There has to be some sort of emergency funds for people. But I understand like the system. I know I'm not familiar with it because I've never experienced. I mean, I don't really know too many people that have experienced it. But I know it could be a process and it requires patience too. But it's looking positive. Just please make sure you're staying safe, okay? Ethel? Hopefully they do they do it again. Because hopefully they do start to offer that service again. For you. Okay. Have you reached out for asked the church for support when it comes to your living situation? Because the church should be able to help provide you something to provide you with some sort of help or guide, some help with that. So it's good that you connected to a church. Hopefully it's a type of church that they actually help the community. Not one of those evangelists, Joe Austin, you can't use my land type of church. Okay, let me answer Shantae's question now. I hope that helps, Ethel. As much as that can help, you know. Okay, Shantae's question. Shantae. Will Shantae be able to go to her friend's birthday cruise? Will Shantae be able to go to her friend's 50th birthday cruise? Shantae able to go to her friend's 50th birthday cruise. Will Shantae be able to go to her friend's 50th 50th birthday cruise? Shantae be able to go to her friend's 50th birthday cruise. Oh, you got a happy yes, Shantae. And the card keeps coming out. The sun card, it came out, I think 3 times already. It was looking like a yes, Shantae. Okay, good. That's good to hear, Ethel. Oh, Shantae, I hope you see this. You got a happy yes. Shantae. You're going to be out there on the decks tanning. Well, you're already tanned. You're going to get even more tanned. You're not tan. I know you're not tan. Oh, okay. Well, let me see. Hi, the Queen Devon. Okay. Okay, good. I'm happy for you. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Teresa. Yes, I know about those CDL that train, those schools that train, and some of them offer paid training as well, right? I know one of them that might, I don't want to say it like that, past person. He tried to get in. He was supposed to get free paid training. Say that 10 times fast. Say that 3 times fast. Oh my gosh. Free paid training. A little darker. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Teresa. That's very helpful. Okay, so let me answer the Queen. Devon's question. Let me answer Devon's question. Is C still interested in Devon? Let me shuffle these cards a different way. Is C still interested in Devon? 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 I feel like because the no card came out, the Seven of Cups, it came out as a no, right? And I think that there's just a lot of things that she maybe, like you mentioned, a lot of stuff going on personally for her, and that card came out. Like, I don't know if she has a lot of, she's emotionally confused about certain things in her life, if she's just like overwhelmed, has too many things like on her plate, on her heart, like is she burdened? You said that you had to give her space for her, give her personal space because of what's been going on in her life. And I mean, that she's been moody. Like, so I feel like right now it's because I do read for current energy, so it's looking like a no for that. I feel like I have to remember to say that it's for the current energy, you know? I think I have to put that in the title. Yeah. So it's looking like a no because at the bottom, it's like once she's at a better place where she feels more balanced, that she's at peace, she may be more receptive to you, maybe interested in you, right? But right now it's like I don't know what's going on with her. You know, she has a lot of stuff going on and she may be overwhelmed. She may be confused. She could even be confused about the connection with you or even stuff going on in her personal life. It could be anything. But it's looking like a no right now, but I think it could be a yes once she's in a better place where she's more grounded and stable. I hope that helps. Queen Diamond. Oh, I didn't know brands did those types of trainings. Oh yeah, and I think before you could get a CDL, right, you had to be an experienced driver, right, Teresa? I think you have to have your license for a couple of years before you can apply for a CDL. I'm going by what I remember, and that's in New York. You're welcome, Devin. I think I thought I had another question. Well, Ethel's youngest. Okay, what does say about her? Well, Ethel's youngest. Kenny. Well, when you apply for places, don't you have to include them in the application? Because they have to ask for their income, and I'm going by what I know from New York. I don't know how it is in other places. But I feel like you had to include the household composition. So did you include Kenny in your application? Hold on a minute. Okay. What happened to us? I'm sorry, let me just answer the question. That's me being inquisitive. Well, can he get his ID back? I'm sorry. Well, can he get his ID back in May? I'm saying yes. But I had to put my 2 cents in, even though you didn't ask for a penny. If Kenny lost his ID, you know, I hope he took the necessary steps to try to get it back. You know, I don't know what you mean by get it back. Okay. I'm going to say this. He might need to try to get a new ID because he might not get that one back. And that's the reason why I wanted to ask that question, because I don't know how he lost it. But I don't know if the person's going to give it back to him or he's going to have to get a new one. I feel like it's going to be a new one because the Ace of Wands came out and this is like a new something. This is like so he might have to get a new ID. Okay, that's good that you put him in the. as your helper. Okay. So it's saying yes in May. You'll get it. I'm not sure how he's gonna get it, but hopefully it's if he needs to, if it's, I don't know, the ex-girlfriend. Let me just shut up. Let me just shut up. Yes. Because from what I understand, driving those trucks, there's a lot of steps. There's a lot of steps, all the stuff you have to do before you even get on the road, you know? Yeah. Yes, that's me. Sherlock Holmes. Okay. So does anybody else have a question? A yes or no question? I don't think I'm going to use these cards today. I don't answer legal questions. I don't answer legal questions. Sorry, Ethel. Because I don't know what it's regarding, and I don't want my cards to say one thing and then I don't, so I don't answer legal or medical questions. I thought I answered that already. I saw the ID question. Okay. Oh, you got a yes. You have a yes for the move in with you. But I'll say this much: this card is also a justice card. It's the reason, authority, discipline, integrity, morality, seriousness, high standards, and strictness. So this may also be answering your other question, even though that wasn't my intention. But you got, oh my gosh. So you got double yeses with the Queen and King of Swords. So I hope that helps you, Ethel. So I have to be careful. Sometimes people ask me questions, I'm like, I don't want to answer that. Okay. So, okay, I'm done answering questions. I can imagine the life changing because you don't have to stay in one place. You know, you could always be out and about on the road. All right, stay safe, Ethel. Please stay safe. And good night. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Yeah. It's dark now. It's 8:10 in the East Coast. So be safe, Ethel. I think I'm going to end the reading here. I thank you all so much for joining me today, for liking, for subscribing, allowing me to answer your questions. I hope everyone stays safe and is warm. May the angels protect you. May your ancestors protect you, all of you, and whatever you're going through, whatever you may be dealing with, whatever your struggles may be. Is there anything else I need to say? So I hope to see you all next time, and I hope you all take care. Okay, bye, everyone.